Hey guys, so for today's video I wanted to do an unboxing and a review on a bag that I have wanted for so long. I never thought that I would own this bag, and it's probably not a big deal to anybody else, but I've wanted this bag for so long. And when I finally got it and got to see it in person, I just immediately fell in love, and I couldn't wait to do a video on it, review it, wear it, everything. So without further ado, let's jump right into this unboxing. So I'm sure a lot of you know by the title that I got a Celine bag. And when I first, I had looked originally online for the bag, the size that I wanted. I knew I didn't want the super small one, but I didn't know how many sizes there were. I thought it was just the small, which I think is the nano, and then a big one. So I didn't know that there was two bags in between those. So when I called, I didn't know what I wanted. All I knew was that if I was going to spend this kind of money, I wanted a black bag that I could wear all the time with anything. I wouldn't have to think twice about trying to figure out what to wear it with. So I ended up finally saving and putting aside enough money for this bag, and I headed down. So I went to Saks in San Francisco, and before I got there, I called to see if they even had it because I didn't want to drive all the way out there without knowing if they had the bag or not. So they ended up having the bag, and they asked me if I wanted the smooth leather or the pebble. At that point, I wasn't really sure what the difference was between the pebble and the smooth leather. And at that point, I didn't know what the difference was between the smooth leather and the pebble. So I was like, well, if you can put both on hold, I'll come out and check them out today. So later on that night, I ended up going with my parents just because I wanted their opinion on the bag, and I didn't want to go by myself to make such a big purchase. So I had both of them come with me so I can get their opinion on which bag to choose. So when we got there, I looked at the pebble and then I looked at the smooth leather. Originally they had told me to get the pebble because it's a lot easier to handle and it's a little less work and it doesn't scratch as easily. So I ended up agreeing in my head that I was going to get the pebble. When I got there, I didn't realize what the pebble was until I saw it. I was not impressed with the pebble. And I mean, I think everybody that has the pebble, it's still a great bag and you're still getting your money's worth. But when I looked at the pebble and I compared the pebble to this bag, which is the smooth leather just looked so clean cut to me. It just looked smooth, it looked richer, and in my mind I felt like if I was going to spend this kind of money, I wanted to go with the one that looked like a lot of money. And they were both, I want to say, the same exact price, and I'm not going to mention the price. If you guys want to look it up, you guys are more than welcome to look it up. But anyway, so the pebble just looked a little just dingy and grungy, and it kind of just looked as if somebody had already worn it. I was not impressed at all whatsoever. So I ended up, obviously, as you can see, going with the smooth leather. When I asked the sales guy what the popular out of the two was, he said it was usually the smooth leather. And one thing about the smooth leather that made me a little uneasy was the fact that if it rains, you don't want the rain to settle on your bag. So I've come to the conclusion that when I wear this bag, I'm going to carry tissues in it to get the rain off of it or any water off of it if it rains, just so it doesn't settle and mess up the leather and make it kind of just look old. So I chose this one, and this is the size right below the large. I don't know the names of them, but so I grabbed my phone to look up the sizes. So this is the bag that I got. And I want to say that I got the mini. This is the mini, yeah. So online I had originally been looking at what was the micro, and I wasn't sure about the sizing in person and what it looked like, but when I got there, the micro it was still a decent size. It just wasn't a size for me. I know that I'm the type of person that carries a lot in their bag, so for me, that just wasn't going to work. So I opted for a little more money to get the mini. And this is what the mini looks like. And here's the sides. I don't think that these go in. I think that they stay out the sides, but I mean, leave me a comment down below if they do go in and if you own a Celine, if the sides do go in. And then this is what the back looks like. And they did give me a duster and they kind of had all of this wrapped up and everything, but I took it off just because I plan on wearing it. And then when you unzip it, it just kind of has all the little paper in it, which I have to take out, but I'll take out later. So right here, you guys probably can't see, but you get a pocket here, a decent sized pocket. What looks like could be a phone pocket, but my phone's usually in my hand, so I'll probably never end up using that. And you get a long zipper right here that goes from here to here, and this bag does zip up. Now when I got there, I was also looking at the other one that they have. I think it's a newer model, and it almost looks like a sweatshirt material, and it comes in gray and this is black, and I just wasn't sold, and I just really wanted this one, so I did go with this one. And the difference between this one and the Pebble, other than the smooth leather, is that the zipper on the Pebble is gold, and the writing, I want to say, is gold as well. The difference between this one and the Pebble is that the Pebble, this is silver zipper, a silver zipper for the Pebble, and I want to say that the writing is silver as well on the Pebble. And that was another thing to me that made the bag look a little cheaper than this version. So I opted to go with this one with the gold zipper and the fine leather. I really like it. The one thing that I would say about this bag that really sucks is that it doesn't have a crossbody shoulder strap or just a long shoulder strap in general. With the Nano, that's the only bag that I saw in this shape that had a crossbody, and I was looking for, out of all of the designer bags that I own, I've never had an all black one other than I have a Messenger Gucci bag, but I feel like sometimes when you're kind of dressing up, the Messenger kind of throws everything off. So I never had a dressy black bag that I could wear that was designer. And not every bag that you, don't get me wrong, not every bag that you wear has to be a designer bag, but usually that's my personal preference. And that's because my parents, and that's because I was fortunate enough to have my parents buy me the designer bags that I have, and some of them we actually got from the outlets. And so this bag, which probably makes this one the most special out of every bag that I own, is that I bought this bag, I saved for this bag, I put aside money for this, I turned down going to places, doing things, going out with my friends, spending extra unnecessary money so I can get this bag. So it just makes it that much more special that I actually went to work and worked hard for this. Most people, it may not seem like that big of a deal to buy a bag, and it may not even be something that's your personal preference. But for me, I have like an obsession with bags and shoes, so this was a big deal for me. And for me to be able to go there and get this bag on my own and work for it and set a goal for myself and save up money and learn how to manage my money, to be able to get this by myself really makes me that much more proud when I wear this bag. And I'm grateful for all the bags and everything that my parents buy me, but to be able to just put my mind to this and to get this for myself really makes me happy inside. Just makes this bag way more than it's worth to me. But if you are in the market for a good black bag to put, just to basically put your whole outfit together, this is a really good bag. It's not an everyday bag, and I wouldn't recommend it to everybody, but I would recommend this bag. It's one of those silent, I would say silent statement pieces, this bag, but I wouldn't have gotten this in any other color, and it's one of those bags that I feel like it's going to be in style for a long time to come, and I'll be able to pass this on to my kids later, and they'll be able to see this. So that makes that bag a little more special to me. And I just love the shape of the bag, the like I love the shape of the bag, how it just kind of, it's just a boxy shape. I really feel like that's really defined. And it just looks really great with the bag. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the videos and coming back and leaving comments down below. If there is anything, like I always say, that you guys want to see, comment down below and let me know. I have so much. Comment down below and let me know what you guys want to see, and I will try to get through everything that you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the bag, if you guys are considering a bag. If you do have a Celine bag, let me know what color you have and why you got that color, or that style, shape, size, everything. And that concludes this again, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you again so much for watching. Bye.